Um, just want to talk a little bit about the evolution creation debate, or intelligent design versus non-intelligent design, or randomness, I guess, whatever they want to call it. Okay, let's just be totally clear. You can't be. You're always going to be biased. So I'm biased. Intelligent design. One thing, straight up, I 100%, absolutely 100% know their God is real. Okay, so it's not a matter of um, I believe intelligent design more than I believe evolution. It isn't a debate like that at all. I 100% know God is real. There's not an inkling for me, and it's not about faith. It's about experience. Okay, experience and faith. I guess it's all mixed together. But mine's experience, I have experiences with God. I understand He is real, He is alive. I know 100%. Now, I'm not without doubt. Now, there are a lot of people who don't know if God's real, so you don't know. It's as simple as that. You don't know. I guess you debate the things like evolution and creation because you don't know. I don't need to debate it because I 100% do know that He exists. Okay, but I wanted to do a debate with evolution versus creation, or intelligent design versus evolution, or like I like to call it, intelligent design versus Hinduism, which is really what evolution is. So all you atheists out there are just basically Hindus in disguise. You just aren't educated enough to know that, obviously. Um, yeah, doesn't really matter who wins the debate because I 100% know God already exists. Um, the people who don't know God exists, basically just don't know. Simple as that. You just do not know. Simple as that. So you can't say, "Oh, you don't know God exists." Yes, I can. I do. He does exist. I know for categorically 100% fact. Okay? You don't know. You're in the boat of you don't know. Sad to be in that boat. Sad for you, really. So, this whole debate about evolution and creation really is irrelevant, to be honest. Totally irrelevant. But, like to humour you anyway. Because the truth is, creation is real, is true, regardless of how amazingly educated I am or how good a debater I am. Experience tells me that creation is real and evolution is a total bollocks. Okay, so with that in mind, knowing it's actually true, it's actually way easier for me to debate creation versus evolution because I know there's a creator. It's way easier for me to debate because I know I'm on the winning side of the argument. Now, um, if something's true, it means there is a lot more evidence in favour of it than there is for something that's not true. If creation was true, there would be so much more good evidence in favour of it, and it shouldn't be really that hard for me to always have an answer to questions, and that is the case with creation. Evolution, on the other hand, you have to really stretch things to get things to work for you, um, and you basically have to have a lot more faith than a Christian does, because you're really going on nothing. You're not going on evidence. You're not going on anything. You're going on pure, unadulterated faith in Hinduism. That's really what you're going on. Now, why I keep saying it's Hinduism is because that's where Darwin got the idea from. His granddad was a Hindu. His granddad did Hindu festivals. His granddad taught him Hinduism. He just translated Hinduism, which is going from reincarnation of lower states to higher states, etc., until you like God, whatever. Um, he just translated that whole religious thing into try to make it look plausible in the physical world. So it's Hinduism, plain and simple. Simple as that. So evolutionists, don't say you're not religious. You're flippin' Hindus. That's all you are. Hindus who brought us the great truths that the world was flat. Oh, and sitting on the back of the turtle. Great truths of Hinduism have shined through under the scrutiny over the millennia. Whereas Christianity, if you look at it, actually has passages in Scripture written thousands of years ago, I might add, that talk about the world being round. And there's a really good one where it even says it's suspended in midair. A round ball suspended in midair. I like the circumference one where it talks about it being the circumference, around it being round. So the Bible, actually, if they had bothered to read it, it actually says the planet is round. It's not a flat pancake like Hinduism. So the world has believed Hinduism in the past. It believed the world was flat. It is now believing, still there's a lot of people who still believe that we came from monkeys, and monkeys came from hedgehogs, and hedgehogs came from whatever. God knows what they believe. It's just so ludicrous. It's crazy. It's just craziness. Now, when you study it at a really high level, it almost seems plausible, but then you get to the issues of, yes, we all, sorry, I have to say it, irreducible complexity. Okay, yeah. You get all these issues, and basically everyone hates those issues because it's like, oh, you flipping irreducible complexity people, can't you come up with something better? We don't have to come up with something better. You know, we don't have to. The mechanism that evolution tries to use, it needs a mechanism for states to improve, okay, get better. And the mechanism they're using is mutation. Small mutational changes mean can relate over time, long magic periods of time that might not exist. So the long time period is very critical for evolution to actually have a chance, because if you said it happened a couple of weeks ago, everyone would laugh at you. If you said a month ago, laugh at you. A year ago, laugh at you. 10 years ago, laugh at you. 100 years, laugh. 1,000, laugh. 100,000, laugh. Okay, so you need great periods of time. The implausible and fanciful and magical, and I like to say child game, like fantasy tales or fairy tales that evolution tries to say, with the magic wand of time, fairy tales become reality. We've all heard the fairy tale of the princess kissing the frog and then it turning into a prince. Well, in the fairy tale of evolution, the princess kisses the frog and a billion years later it turns into a prince. The magic formula with evolution's fairy tale is time. It needs time. So Darwin comes up with his, he gets taught Hinduism from his granddad. He puts it into a context, tries to say animals have evolved from simple-celled organisms all the way up until us with our amazing brains and all these amazing animals on the planet. Okay, and unfortunately no evidence for any of it. Oh, surprise, surprise. At the time, though, everyone at the time believed the world wasn't very old. They thought it was thousands of years old. The Bible was pretty much read, and everyone's believing, oh, it's only thousands of years old. That's impossible. So Darwin kept his little idea to himself until a man called Charles Lyell comes out. And Charles Lyell comes out with the rock layer, the strata layer theory. And he says that the simple-celled organisms and the older ones are at the bottom of the rock layers, and then as you go up the rock layers, in each layer they get younger and younger and more evolved till you get right near the top. The earliest ones are at the top, and they're like billions of years between from the old ones to the top. Okay, And they're all got certain ages, and it's all relatively sounds plausible. Okay? And it's like, wow. Now, it's all plausible. In fact, the problem is it's plausible unless it's not true. Then it's absolutely just a lot of crap. So what we get is Charles Liddell with his rock layer thing. Now, what they do in the science textbook is they have their rock layers with all, here's the Jurassic period, and here's all the 60 million years ago, this period here, this rock layer. And they have it in order, beautiful order, stacked, beautiful order. Boom, 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 right up to here. But they don't, they forget to tell the people, they actually, unfortunately, forget to tell everyone that nowhere in the world does that order exist.